Welcome back to the channel. My name is Patrick and I got another trade example for you, okay? So I just finished this trade. I'm done for the day and I'm going to walk you through it, but there's a few things I wanted to talk to you about. So that's the trade there and I'm going to walk you through it in a second. Okay, so where to start? Where to start? So what I wanted to talk about, really touch on is discipline. Okay, so all week I said at the beginning of this week I need to be focused on discipline, and so far I've done decently. Okay, I haven't been perfect, but I'm getting there. Okay, so I took a trade here. I took it for a quick 12 pips, and as you can see, it moved a lot further. I took a trade here. Took it for a quick, I don't know, was it 12 pips again? Let's assume it's 12 pips. As you can see, it went further. There was a trade here. I got in here, and I decided to close the trade. Okay, and as you can see, I only got maybe 5 pips from it, and as you can see, it went a lot further. Let's see how much that went by. I got in, say, roughly there. That went about 47 pips. So, and I got out, right? I'll tell you why in a second. I got out there and I took a trade here and I took it for a quick move here. And as you can see, it's gone down and it could go further or it could be the end of here and push up. We'll see. But the point being is this week for me, my focus has been discipline. And why? It's because basically I haven't been disciplined all this time, and that's why I have not progressed as a trader. I'm trying to progress as a trader, okay? So I have a strategy. As you can see, this is hitting swing points. This is a swing point here, and it moved it up. This is a swing point here, and it moved it up. Swing point and moved it up. I have found a way to find these swing points, and they're good. I backtested it. I backtested this setup a few times, and I know the win rate is from 27 trades and 20. What was it? 24 wins, 23 losses. No, 24 wins, 3 losses, or it was 24 wins, whatever. But the point being is, it's 85% win rate. Okay, and that's standard to what I normally get when I trade because I scout moves, so I have a high win rate, and that's normal for me, and that works for me. That's who I am. I'm someone who likes to win often, and I can't hold moves because I get too anxious. So that's who I am as a trader, and therefore I need to trade like that because I know that's what works for me. So I'm not gonna get into a move and leave runners or nothing like that. Okay, so this is what I'm learning. A lot of what trading is comes down to who you are. Okay, so let's look at these charts, right? So I'm looking at these charts. I see supply and demand zone. This is this is a demand zone here. Price pushed up, it came back here, it pushed up again. This is supply. Price comes down here, it pulled back, demand up, so on. Other people may look at this and think, oh, triple lows. Here is a resistance zone or support zone. I'm going to trade support and resistance. What's interesting is we all look at these charts and we could see different things, okay? And for me, this is a reflection on life. We could be in different scenarios, like you could have the same upbringing as your siblings, but you have different experiences, okay? So one sibling will say, oh, I had a great upbringing, and the same sibling had the same lifestyle will say, I had a bad upbringing, okay? So why am I talking about this? The point being is that with trading, it's a reflection of life. So who you are as a person will become visible in this, okay? And what's happened this week, yeah, I've decided that I needed to address some of these underlying issues I have in my personal life, and in doing so, it's gonna make me a better trader. And Monday, that's what I started doing, okay? So less trades, more discipline, one pair, stay focused on one pair, and so on. One trade, one pair, one setup. Okay, that's my mentality, and there's aspects in my life that I'm taking that same approach with. Okay, so for instance, I'll give you an example. Let's say you're the type of person who's drinks often, okay? Maybe reduce the quantity of alcohol and improve your life. Let's say you're a person who doesn't exercise much. Maybe if you did exercise a little bit more, or eating, whatever your vice may be, okay? Whatever personal issue you may have, if you look at your life and look at that one aspect and try to change that, address that, because you know it's detrimental, so you want to fix it. If you start focusing on that and you are able to do that, this is easy then, right? Because this is up and down. This becomes easy. You get into the setup, be disciplined, one trade. This is easy. If you can manage life, managing trades is a lot easier, okay? So that's what my focus has been this week, and it's been good so far. I've made 4% this week, and I've obviously taken a bit more than 3 trades, but I've made 4%, and I'm still working on my discipline, okay? So let's talk about this trade setup, okay? So you see I've been catching these string points. We've been catching it on M5. You've seen it a few times if you've been following this channel. I'm going to show you the setup again, okay? So same thing as Tuesday, same thing as Monday. So hold on. So price trended down one direction from the Asian session, puts in reversal pattern, quick scalp, okay? New York session, you would have got yours there, okay? So it traded down from the London session, New York session, you would have got yours there, okay? Trading up from the Asian session, reversal pattern, scalp it down. New York again, it traded down from the London session, reversal pattern, scalped it up. This is visible in lots of different pairs, okay? I like Euro USD because it's just well behaved. It gives me smaller ranges, so my risk isn't so big, and it's just well behaved. It's nice and slow, it's not erratic, and it's well behaved, okay? So again this morning, trending up from the Asian session, puts in a little reversal pattern, I scalp it. Why do I need to complicate things? Why do I need to over leverage? Why do I need to hold the move? Why do I need to over trade? I don't need to do none of that. If I'm doing any of that, it's because of my psychological issues I have not addressed. So whether that's greed, whether that's impatience, whether that's overconfidence, whatever it is, I don't need to do that, okay? So trend, low here, that respect to the last one, that respect to the last one, yep, it's all respecting these lows, okay? Up until this point here, okay? Here respect to this low respected, this low respected that low, and then it breaks here, okay? That is our first break in structure. It's changing directions, okay? So for me to take this trade, I'm not just going to jump in, because price sometimes pulls back here, giving you the impression it's going down, then goes up again, right? So what I need as confirmation is that there was a flag before that. When I say flag, you may just know it as a high. Okay, so we've got a high here and we've got a lower high. So if it's coming down, I want a high and a lower high. Then I want a low and a lower low, right? That is a change in direction, because we were making a low here, a higher high, a higher low, a higher high, and it changed here. It gave me a low, a lower high, and then a lower low here, okay? So at this point, when price pulled back into this zone that created this breaking structure, that is where my entry is, okay? So my entry was roughly around here. I did not waste no time. As soon as this beat that, it pulled back in, I got in right there, okay? So my entry is there, okay? As soon as it beat that low, it pulls back in, I got in there, okay? My stop loss is above the high that created the breaking structure, okay? Now, I know some people trade SMCs, very similar to this setup, and this is what you're looking from the Asian session if you're trading London. I know that. A lot of you may place your stop loss, some of you may place your stop loss just above this high. I understand why, that's fine, but doing so, as you can see, you may have got stopped out. If you had it really nice and tight, you would have got stopped out, okay? I don't do this. I don't need to have a 4 pip stop loss so I could brag about how great my risk to reward was. I don't care about that. I know the safest place to place it is at the beginning of the move from backtesting, okay? Safest place to place it is from the origin of the reversal, okay? So my stop loss is 6.5. Yeah, you got a better stop loss, but I got the move, you may have lost the move here, okay? So bear that in mind, SMC lot, beginning origin of the move, okay? So price pulls down, creates more lows here, and it pulls back up into that zone again, giving you another opportunity. This was Asia session, this was, I believe it's Frankfurt, and then London session, this might be London session taking it back up. So just before London session, this is visible, and I took that trade, okay? So we had a pole, so fake breakout, a pole here, a flag, a pole, change of direction, pull back in, take the setup, and my risk to reward is based on this zone. I want a 1-to-1, okay? I know it's easier to get 1-to-1, okay? 6.5 pips. So 6 pips is good enough for me. As you can see, it gives 10 pips. So here is where I got out, right? Now, one other thing about this trade, I almost lost this trade, or I thought I was going to lose this trade. And in the past, what I would have done, I would have killed it, right? I would have closed the trade myself. So at this point here, okay, so my 1-to-1 would have been 10-24, okay? So it pushed, it got in here, gave me everything I wanted, created another flag, and at this point here, I expected it just to do the last 2 pips to get to my TP, but it went back here, breaking this structure, and I thought, hold on, what's going on here? Pull back here, maybe it's reversing the trend, and then breaks this structure, just beats it, and from this point here, I could have expected it to go further and take me out. I said to myself, do you know what? If it does, it does. I need to accept this loss. So at this point, I was thinking about doing a video about taking losses, okay? At this point, I thought, yeah, today's video is going to be about taking losses. How you need to manage your risk and just accept the move, having a plan B, and plan B being to wait for the next setup. At this point is where I was going to take the loss, okay? So luckily, well, fortunately, I didn't need to do that video today because I got the trade. But it's still, the point still is relevant, okay? We need to be able to take losses. Do not move your stop loss, okay? This is a risk, this is the trade, this is what you believe is going to happen. Do not move your stop loss. Do not move it into profit. Do not move it to break even. Leave it there. This is what you believe was going to happen. Take the trade, okay? If it does not work out, that's fine. That is fine. As long as you have not over leveraged, that should be fine. If you have over leveraged, like I have in the past, in this situation, when price gets up here, you may close your position, and if you close your position, you missed your move, right? And then because of that, you're going to revenge trade. You just set yourself off to become emotional and take it out on the market, and the market doesn't play that, okay? So do not move your stop loss, accept losses, be prepared. I mean, you need to look at it again. It's a reflection of life. Nothing in life we do, or nothing in life we should do without having a plan B, because it doesn't always work out like that in life, okay? You need a plan B, you need a plan C in some situations, okay? So my plan B was just to set the loss, wait for it to get to 10.53, we're at 10.37, wait to get 10.53 and potentially put that reversal pattern there. And I believe that's going to happen maybe as well. So plan B, and accept the loss, okay? That's what helped me with this trade. I wanted to share that with you because it's something that I needed to hear back in when I started. So if you are on the same journey, find the setup, wait for it, take it, walk away. Set TP, be modest, set TP and walk away. I made maybe I don't know. Do you know what? It doesn't matter how much I made. Okay, I think it was like I made 1%. Let's forget the dollar amount. I made 1% of the account on this move here. Okay, and that's good enough for me. It may go further, and I expect it potentially to go down to this demand here. Okay, and react within this zone and start pushing up again. I expect that, but I do not need to hold that, because I know in this whole process of holding this, watching it come back to break even when I could have taken TP, I could end up doing something silly, and especially if it then continues and just takes me out. Okay, so I'm not holding moves, I'm scalping it, I'm good for one-to-one. That's my setup, that's my strategy, this is my pair, and that's how simple I'm keeping it. People, 3 trades this week I showed you, 3 scalps, same setup, all wins, that's 100%, right? What we're talking about, if I could do this consistently, even if I take losses, if I did this for a month, I'm profitable. And that's the key, we're trying to make money, right? I'm profitable. I don't need to make 10% a month, right? I can make 5% a month and be good. Okay, I don't need to hold trades when I can make 1% in each of these trades, just going one-to-one. I'm good. Okay, so that's what I wanted to touch on. I'm wanting to leave you guys with this. Hopefully it's useful for you. If it is, let me know. I'd share more of these experiences as well as my trade setups. Okay, all right, this is Patrick signing out. Until next time, peace.